First day of school, like I said, we're the pioneer batch. Only 2 batches, only 2 blocks in BGC. There's a day class for full-time students, evening class for working students. So we're the day class, obviously. And we get to school, everything's brand spanking. All the paint isn't smudged yet, no car tire lines in the parking lot. Go there, sit in the classroom, we wait for our professor. Everything's new, the chairs are new, everything's new. Our professor comes in and he tells us, "Hi, are you guys the BGC block?" "Yes." "Is this constitutional law?" "Yes." And I'm the professor, but so everything here is new, right? "Yeah, yes sir." "Okay, so let's take a picture." Took a selfie of us. He is the first ever professor to teach in BGC campus. So from there, we all thought, hey, this seems like a really cool professor.
Okay.
Cool guy. So he says, first day, usual. Let's go around the room. Let's introduce ourselves. So tell me your name, tell me where you graduated from, and tell me why you went to law school. Okay. So let's start from the back. I was the 4th guy from the back.
Exciting?
Oh,
okay, sige. So, I would like to introduce to you one of my closest friends during college. He is one of the really high-quality leaders when we talk about leadership. And currently, he is studying his law degree at the University of the Philippines, BGC campus. BGC, okay? So I'd like guys to welcome Mr. Robbie Arcadio. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, pare. So ano lang, light lang tayo.
Sure.
Okay, so Robbie, when you were actually in the middle of after finishing college and before law school, what inspired you to pursue that career?
I actually decided to go to law school around 3rd year high school.
3rd year high school?
3rd year high school, that's when I decided. So, you know, our block started eco accounting, so that didn't work out for most of us, myself included. So, we dropped accounting for legal management to prepare for law school. So after college, I took a year off of studying. I worked at a law firm, Stevie Laman Pantaleon in San Jose. And that was just preparing, so figuring out what legal work is, maybe making some connections, maybe looking for a mentor na meron naman. So seeing what happens in the day-to-day life of a lawyer, day in, day out to grind. And after that, took the exam and fortunately passed. So, fun.
Amazing.
Okay naman.
So, what inspired you to pursue it?
What inspired me to pursue law actually initially was really just on a whim. My parents are both accountants, so that's why I enlisted in accounting, Silasal. And then I figured I didn't want to be just an accountant, so what would have been a logical additional skill or additional knowledge to being a certified public accountant, I figured it was law school. Then I only realized later that it could be a tool, means to an end, you know, fight for justice and all of that, make the world a better place, because that's what I'm about. So law really just kind of fit the bill early on, and it didn't stop fitting the bill for 7 years. And no, here I am.
All right, that's a good story. Good start. So tell me, how did you sift it out? What school are you gonna go to?
Well, initially, because Josh and I are blockmates from LaSalle, and I didn't go to a LaSalle high school, but my dad graduated from LaSalle, and you know, I'm really all about that animal
spirit.
Yeah, so when we were in college, LaSalle Law opened, and I really wanted to go there because it was new. I wanted to pioneer. I wanted to, you know, hopefully be one of the reasons why DLSU Law would catch on and have an even bigger prestige and things like that. So that was the initial plan. So the plan was to take a year or two off. Two years of work would have been fine. So year of working, I took the exam at UP. I was thinking, if I failed, sure, no problem. I'll try again next year. Next year, if I don't make it again, I'll apply to LaSalle. Or I could have done it also. I could have also applied to LaSalle the same year, because I remember distinctly when the results of the UP exam came out, there was still around a week left to apply for LaSalle. So that was it. Then I passed UP on the. I was on the so-called first list, so outright passers, no interview, no nothing. And I figured, my parents are going to be paying for this again, so I figured, yeah, why not? Let's go to UP. And turns also, I waited a year because LaSalle was moving its law school from Taft to BGC.
Okay.
The year after I graduated. And just so happened that UP was opening its campus in BGC the same year.
Same year?
Same year. So I really waited for that. Wanted to go to school in BGC. In the off chance I made it to UP Law, I didn't want to go all the way to Diliman. So BGC was right. Passed it. Part of the pioneer batch in BGC. First batch kami doon. So,
first batch?
First batch, yeah. First batch. Thanks, bro. First batch. So I got what I wanted pa rin, that pioneering spirit, that pioneering result. Albeit in a different school, but it's been good. No regrets, but as people say sometimes, you cut me open, I still bleed green.
Okay.
That's how in the heart again.
I see. So, was there ever a time that you had to decide, I want to do it now, or do I wait another year, maybe to give myself more experience?
I figured when I passed, like I said, the initial plan was for 2 years, but when I passed on the first try, I figured, hey, this is it. Like,
it's for me.
Yeah, I took the exam with a couple of other people. I took it with Caleb. Caleb's a good friend of ours. Took it with Caleb at the same time. That was our thinking. Like, if we don't make it, that's fine. We can work another year. With Anjo also, we can work another year, that's fine. And if we go to LaSalle, that's cool too. It's all good. All good. That's where all our batchmates are. That's where all the people we know are. Then I made it. And then I got people telling me, like, Rob, people would pay for this. Pay for your slot. People would fight for your slot. People would maybe, hopefully not kill for your slot. Hopefully not. So I figured, hey, what a huge blessing in this. Not blessing in this, what a huge blessing. It's a great opportunity. Let's bounce.
Okay. Was there ever a time, right before you enrolled in law school, that you were thinking, I'm very lucky to have this, but I might not actually be feeling law school? I'm having second thoughts.
A little bit. When I was, I quit work I formally resigned around 2 days before school started. So during the whole enrollment process, I had to submit my forms, I had to get my checkup, I had to pay tuition and all that stuff. I had to be absent from work, half day also work, and so during that time, I was thinking, okay, what if this doesn't work out? What if I left a good place at work? What if I had just stuck to my econ degree and worked at a big job at corporate or whatever? But then, of course, those kinds of doubts have set in, but I was already there. Buy now tuition.
Go back.
Wala na. Oh, I paid tuition. It's done.
So first day of school, alright? Take us to the experience.
There was a great story. So, first day of school, like I said, we're the pioneer batch. Only 2 batches, only 2 blocks in BGC every year. There's a day class for full-time students, evening class for working students. So we're the day class, obviously. And we get to school, everything's brand spanking new. All the paint isn't smudged yet, no car tire lines in the parking lot. Go there, sit in the classroom, we wait for our professor. Everything's new, the chairs are new, everything's new. Our professor comes in and he tells us, hi, are you guys the BGC block? Yes. Is this constitutional law? Yes. And I'm the professor, but so everything here is new, right? Yeah, yes sir. Okay, so let's take a picture. We took a selfie of us. He is the first ever professor to teach in BGC campus. So from there, we all thought, hey, this seems like a really cool professor.
Okay.
Cool guy. So he says, first day, usual. Let's go around the room. Let's introduce ourselves. So tell me your name, tell me where you graduated from, and tell me why you went to law school. Okay. So let's start from the back. I was the 4th guy from the back. So I was the 4th guy to introduce myself. So the first guy, he roasted really hard. Why do you want to do that? Are you sure you want to go to law school? That's such a stupid reason. roasted us really hard. Second, third, fourth is my turn.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Robbie. Graduated from Gonzales. Said, are you in the military? I said, no, sir. Because I'm rocking this. I'm obviously rocking the haircut, and I used to have a dog tag on me all the time.
That's Robbie.
It was like a thing. It had my initials on it. It's since been retired because the chain got broken. But yeah, are you from the military? No, sir. Okay, so why did you go to law school? I told him the reason why. Well, sir, I want to make the world a better place. Sir, I want to go into government. Okay. I figured that going to law school, finishing school, becoming a lawyer will help me help others in the government more, knowing what I can and can't do, knowing the ins and outs of everything, how to help people, which things don't work, which things do. He says, okay, did you know that Ferdinand Marcos was a graduate of the UP College of Law? And I said, yes, sir, I know. You know what happened during the martial law era? Yes, sir, I know. How are we sure that you're not going to be the next Marcos?
Okay.
Because for all you know, 30 years ago, in the classrooms in Diliman, Marcos was in UP Law saying exactly the same thing. I want to help the Philippines. I want to build this new society. I want to help people out as a lawyer, okay, in government. And I said, I was like, wow. The first thought in my head was, of course I'm not Ferdinand Marcos. I'm not him. I'm in law school. I'm all about to serve the people. You know, Josuard and I, we were blockmates and org mates in this leadership organization, political party called Tapat. So that's kind of our ethos. It's kind of our creed. We're trying to build a just and free society wherever we go. So I thought that the training I received there from my mentors and my colleagues at Josuard prepared me that, you know, I wouldn't be somebody like Ferdinand Marcos, because incidentally, the org was founded after martial law era. So parang, I can't be Ferdinand Marcos. It's impossible. I just didn't know how to say it. How are you sure you're not going to be Ferdinand Marcos? Sir, because I have things that I believe in. Okay. What do you believe in? Justice for all, everybody gets his due, corruption is evil, things like that. You can't favor people just because they're close to you. You gotta give everybody what they deserve. Sure, he says. But Marcos could have said all that. So, back to the question, why are we sure that you're not going to be Ferdinand Marcos? Right. I was stumped. I was so stumped. You know, I was thinking anybody who knew me during my time in college would never think that I would be somebody like Ferdinand Marcos. I was so stumped.
You were too far away from that.
I was so far. He's a guy that we all denounce him. We hate the guy. We hate what he's done. And until now, we're still feeling the effects of what he's done to the country. But, you know, I didn't know. So I said, sir, but sir, I have principles that I will never ever compromise. Sure. But what's your price? And I said, sir, what do you mean, what's my price? What's your price? What if you're in a position to make a tough call? How much do I have to give you to make the easy call? To make the call that's wrong? I said, sir, I just told you, I have principles. They're not for sale.
I'm guided.
They're not for sale. He says, you know what, Mr. Atty, you're not you. Everybody has a price. You better figure out yours before you enter government. Thank you, sit down. So after that, I was just, what do you mean I have a price? I don't have a price, I just told you. But I think about that exchange from time to time. Until today, I figure there must have been some wisdom in it. You know, everybody has, I wouldn't like to call it a price, but something they hold very dear. So it could be something like your career, your reputation, material things, that's fine, your house, wife and kids, your dog, your own life, your mom and dad. So it could be something like that. So I'm thinking about that as I inch closer and closer to graduation.
Somewhere in there.
It's somewhere, there's something I can draw from that after my apparent shock 4 years ago.
Wow. And how many are you guys in the block?
We started out around 30, 28 to 30
students. Okay.
Now we're at around 21 left. Like half our block is like 35, right?
Yeah.
Like 21, you know.
Oh, wow. And at the first day, he did that to all of you guys?
It was a 2-hour class, so he did it to like half the class. And after that, everybody was quick. Aside from certain people that he really, like,
He wanted to
focus on him. Like I had a friend, you know, good morning, sir. This is my name. This is where I graduated from. And our professor notices he has a key on his belt loop. Car key on his belt loop. Where did you get that car key? Sir, it's the key to my car. What do you mean it's the key to your car? Sir, it's the key to my car and I drive it, then I go to school. I drove it to school. What the hell? Okay. But your parents paid for the car. So it's not your car. Sure, sir. Sure, it's not my car. So what do you want to do while you're doing law school? Sure, because I want to help people in my province, things like that. I have plans for them. And then he says, how are you going to help the people in your province in Mindanao? Okay. So how are you going to help the people in Mindanao when you don't even know what they go through on a daily basis? You have a car that you drive and it's paid for by your parents. How the hell are you going to help these people if you don't know what they go through on a daily basis? So everybody was against it. It's crazy.
Pretty intense.
Yeah, pretty intense first day.
And what, did he answer something amazing, or he was just...
No, he was stunned the same way as me. He was like, no sir, because I see them and I interact with them. No, you drive a car. Your car is an air-conditioned car.
Feel them.
Yeah, what is your car? It's like a Toyota. It's not even like a shit brand. It's a decent car that you drive around here in Manila on your parents' tab, while the rest of your family is still based in the province. So you live here alone and you have a car. Ano bang alam mo sa buhay ng mga tao sa probinsya mo? Grabe lang. So we were all stunned. Just went to the next and just pointed out certain people. So not everybody had it as rough as we did. It was okay. Not everybody, but due to lack of time.
I see. Okay. What do you think is his purpose for doing that?
He told us after the class that he wanted us to be sure why we went to law school because, and it's not a law school horror story. It's not a myth when people tell you that people drop out after a day. People drop out after a day. The law school grind, especially the first year, is incredible. It's overwhelming. I can't tell you how overwhelming it is. And people drop on the first day. Incidentally, my seatmate dropped after that session. He dropped out of law school. He paid tuition already, everything, and he was gone for the rest of the sem. So for the rest of the sem, I didn't have a seatmate.
Okay.
Oh, ganon. So that's what he wanted. When the going gets tough, he wants us to go back and remember why we went to law school in the first place. So that'll make us strong, even if we encounter professors like him who make life a little hard for us. Sa Diliman, may profs na, as far as I'm aware, you know, they cuss sometimes, call you names, things like that. It gets tough. So you have to have something to hold on to. That's what he said. Wow. Okay naman.
One of the general things that are usually true in principle in all aspects of your career, as much as I have interviewed people, is that everything that you want to do, that you want to be good at or successful at, you have to have a deep why, right? And when you answered that, you said you want to help people, you want to help the government. Is that still true today?
That's still true to this day. Like, most of my friends know me, I'm like a political guy. Might not be correct 100% of the time, and that's fine. There's room to grow. But I'm very much aware on social issues, things like that. I'm no stranger to demonstrations, rallies, boycotts of certain establishments, certain companies. Student activism, not a new thing for me. It was back in LaSalle, way of life. And to this day, it's still a way of life. So, for sure, it's still the reason why I'm in law school.
So, was this thought process of yours started because of college, or because even beforehand you already knew that this was something that you'd be close to?
Initially, like I said, I decided to go to law school back third year high school long time ago. No, not about 10 years ago. So, at the time, it was just really on when college came. You know, I just wanted to become an accountant, you know, make my parents proud, maybe have a stable source of income, go to law school, and then figure it out from there. And then, again, you know, Josh, some other friends. They convinced me to come join the club. And that's where I picked all of this up.
Okay.
This social activist and everything.
It came from your experience in this organization.
Everything. Each of people opened my eyes, and I'm very thankful to this day for the guidance all of my mentors have given me. But it was there that I was exposed to things that to me weren't really problems, like LGBT rights, which is a really hot issue right now, September 15th. Hot issue. Workers' rights. What did I care? Students' rights. I didn't even know there was such a thing as students' rights. As far as I'm aware, I pay tuition, I come to school, you teach me, I go home, I should know stuff. And then I see you on exam day, I have to pass the exam, and that's it. And I move up until I eventually graduate. So that was there. But that was because of my experience in this leadership organization.
Wow, amazing. So in your first year, you were going through a lot of different changes, right? What was one thing that you didn't see coming? You knew that law school is, everyone was saying it's the hardest thing, everyone's tough, but what did you see coming?
What didn't I see coming during the first year adjustment, given that we hear all of the law school horror stories? Okay. The one thing I didn't see coming was putting on weight. I'm putting on weight. I gained weight. I did not think I would put on weight because things tell you, you're gonna have sleepless nights. Sure. I mean, I was a college student. We had sleepless nights. Sure. You're gonna have mountains of readings. I saw it. Sure. I did not think I was gonna put on weight because I figured, okay, I have classes Monday to Saturday. I'll make sure to get some exercise in Sunday. And I did. Once a week, exercise. Some running, whatever, go to the gym, play basketball. Wala. Grabe yung stress eat ko.
Wow.
That's the thing. I didn't expect to be stress eating. I don't stress eat. I never used to in college, at work. I never used to stress eat. And then law school comes, and I just need a bag of chips every now and then. A lot more often than you're supposed to. Yeah, some munch. You need sweets to wake yourself up, and after the sweets, you're gonna go to sleep anyway. So get some ice cream, get a frappuccino.
Reward yourself.
Yeah, get some cake. No, I did not expect that.
So was it a big weight that you gained?
Probably about 10 pounds.
Wow.
That's a lot for anybody.
For
10 pounds in half a year. That's a lot. That's a lot of weight.
You didn't notice it?
No, I didn't notice it. Creeps up on you, 8 to 10 pounds, as far as I remember.
Wow.
Grabe.
Kumbaga, things just go and you just accept, right? Hindi mo na namamalayan.
Wala na, and you're always trying to read as much as you can. You're always trying to avoid backlog. I wouldn't backlog. You want to come to class, haven't finished everything. Prepared, diba? So, you don't have time. Aside from stress eating, the only food I have time to eat is drive-thru.
Right.
So
that's it.
McDo all the time, Jollibee all the time, KFC all the time. It was terrible for my health. I didn't expect that.
So it's really hard to contain your shit.
Because
of the workload. Is it workload or schedule?
It's the workload, the schedule, everything. But it's mostly the workload because one of our professors tells me this general rule of thumb when you study. So for a 1 hour class, you have to study 3 hours. So our classes are around 2 hours at a time. So you have to study 6 to 8 hours just for that 2 hour class. And then the next class is another 6 to 8. So if you have 4 hours classes in a day, you should have studied 12 to 16 hours. That's a lot.
Wow.
That's a lot.
So you have to go to school and you have to study multiple times. Away from school. So sounds like a weird way to imagine life, right? So take us through the daily life of someone that goes to UP-BGC.
Okay, so at UP-BGC, we're a little different from our counterparts in Diliman. Because in Diliman, when you say you're the day section, day classes, their days can start as early as 8. 8 to 12 when they're done, 8 to 2 maybe 10 to 4, things like that, with breaks in between. At BGC, it's pretty unique because most of our professors are practitioners. They're not academics. At Diliman, kasi there's academics. So that's why they can start as early as 9 because practice anymore, private practice. At UP-BGC, most of our professors, if not all, maybe I'd say 90% of our professors are practitioners. So they can only come to class to teach us usually after their workday. So our earliest class, probably first year around 4 o'clock. Then we go 4 to 9. 4 to 9. You know, so 4 to 6, and then you get a break, and then you get a 7 to 9, things like that. And to this day, 4th year, well, ngayon, medyo nagka-morning class na kami. But throughout the 3 years in UP-BGC, it's been like that. The earliest class, probably 2 o'clock, 2 to 6, 2 to 8, things like that. So that being said, the daily routine before was I wake up at around 12. I wake up at around 12 noon, lunch, get ready, grab some lunch if I can, hit the drive-thru if I can, go to class at 2, 3, so it's about, live in Las Piñas, so it's about an hour, hour and a half to school one way, so I can leave at 1, get to school 2:30 for my 3 o'clock, and then I would have already studied the night before, so in that 1 to half hour to 1 hour right before class, I'm just reviewing. Review what I read the night before. And you go to class and it's an ordeal because it's tiring even if you don't get called to recite because it made me thrilling. You get your class cards and your professor shuffles in every meeting at the start of the class and you don't know who's going to get called. Okay, Mr. A, oh damn, Mr. B, oh Mr. Arcadio, oh shit. Okay, today's well lucky. I hope I read the case, I hope I read the part of the book that I'm called. Sana, oh, diba sana? Kasi that's the difference with law school to college. Law school, you're expected to know everything before you come to class. So class is just kind of like fine-tuning. So that's why you study 6 hours for a 2-hour class. You should know everything before you come into it. So you get that, it's like a 3 to 5 class, and then you get a 6 to 8 class. Same thing, over the break, maybe grab a snack, maybe take a little power nap if I'm feeling tired, and then repeat the grind, rinse and repeat. So I'm out at 8, 9.
Around 9 p.m.
8 or 9 p.m. So 8 or 9. After that, I study till around 3 o'clock. I look for morning. I look for a Starbucks or a coffee shop that's open till late. I study till around 3. After dinner, so after class, grab dinner. Then that's it. You sit down, find the best spot in the coffee shop, a well-lit spot, a pretty quiet spot. Then that's it. You just gotta ride it out till 3. Then I drive home. It's 45 minutes.
Wala na traffic by
Wala na. Exactly yun din. So if I'm out at 7, 8, traffic pa yun eh. Yeah. So it's really an incentive for me to, okay, let me just stay at the library till it closes at 10. And after that, grab dinner, look for a Starbucks. It's open 24 hours or whatever. Then go home at 3, wala na traffic, wala na stress. So get home at 4, yeah, wake up at 12.
Okay, so you're in the day class, right?
I'm in the day class, but we're like the afternoon class, really.
But is there classes that start more than the morning?
BGC this year lang nagkaroon. Okay. This year. But hindi naman it's a normal thing, but past 3 years, hapon talaga, like I said, because our professors are practicing. They're practicing. So they go to hearings before class. They go to client meetings before class. They make their pleadings, which is like the legal documents before class. Everything.
I see.
Yeah, so they come to class and that's
so
it.
What is the night class then?
6 to 9, strictly. 6 to 9.
6 to 9.
Or 6:30.
All classes end at night mostly.
At 9, probably latest 9:30 if professor feels like extending class. 9:30. But the school is supposed to close at 10.
School's closed at 10.
School's closed at 10, yeah.
When you say you study at around 9 to 3, right? Assuming that it includes dinner, etc. What does studying mean?
Oh, I'm like I have a short attention span, so I'm not actually reading for 5, 6 hours. No, so read a couple cases, read a couple chapters of the book, take a study break. Study breaks for me usually mean looking at memes, Facebook. Okay. Probably when the NBA season's on, watching highlights. You watch highlights. Highlights are what? 6 to 10 minutes per game, diba? Sakto na yun. Take a 6 to 10 minute break. Watch your favorite team. Which is the Lakers. Maybe stretch. Maybe stretch. And then back to work. Ganun lang. So I'm just reading all the time, highlighting, making notes. That's it.
So is there ever? I know you've been. I cannot say anything about your work ethic. I know you have, you're a hard worker, you're a Mamba mentality, right? You go hard, even in studying. When you study and you don't understand, right? You don't understand some books. How do you make sure that you're prepared to go to class?
First, I have to consult with my friends. Do you guys understand this? Because I have to make sure that I'm not like an idiot. If everybody doesn't understand, that's fine. That's like, you're safe. If you come to class the next day, hey guys, did you understand Article 1, 2, 3? No, I don't get it. I read the book, I read the cases, I read the law itself, but Article 1, 2, 3 is so tough to understand. Did you understand? Did you understand? Did you understand? Nobody understands, we're fine.
Okay.
Oh, because that means nobody, it's really difficult, and we don't reasonably expect our professors to tell us what this means. It's difficult. We'll tell you what we think it means, but we're not sure. So that's first. And if it turns out I'm the only person who doesn't know, I have to get somebody to help me out. What the hell does this mean?
Yeah.
But aside from that, I also try to figure things out on my own. I like having a framework. I like doing things step by step. So difficult concepts, difficult code provisions, articles in the law. I like to break them down. So, okay, maybe this is step 1, maybe this is a step 2, maybe step 4 happens next, and then step 3 is next. So, parang ganon.
You create a flow.
Oh, I create a flow. I create a kind of building blocks. I have building blocks, and so maybe this is related to something we studied earlier in the sem. So let me check. Okay, kind of sounds familiar. Kind of looks a little familiar. This is say maybe they build off of each other. Parang ganon.
Now, we know that reading is required, and a lot of people would say that reading is the hardest part in law school because you gotta read a lot. When we say you gotta read a lot, what does it mean?
Okay, so our daily fare in law school for about an hour and a half to 2 hour class, on average is around 15 cases. And on average, a case, Supreme Court case is around 15-20 pages. So 15...
Of a bond paper or bond paper?
Bonds? No, pages of a book.
Okay.
Pages of a book. So a bond paper, when we get it photocopied, 2 pages per annum. Okay. 15 to 20. Let's say that's 20 pages per case times 15. So that's what? 300 pages. Cases. And then you have 2 book chapters. 60, 70 pages. And the law itself, which can be long sometimes, can be convoluted, wordy. So that's around 400 to 500 pages, book pages, not bond paper, book pages per class day. So if you meet twice a week, that's 800 to 1,000 pages a class. Per week.
So if you want to go to law school, would you say that you're one of the people that read more or read less in your class?
We all read the same thing, but I say I'm sure all my friends have been telling me this, and I've been in denial the last 3 years, but now I'm in my 4th year. I can accept it as fact. I read quick.
Okay.
I read quicker than most people. I pick things up quicker than most of my classmates.
Yes.
And that's not to say my blockmates aren't brilliant, because honestly I think our block's average intelligence level is pretty high. It just so happens I read quicker.
I see.
I read quicker.
At 1,000 book pages a week per class, how many classes a week?
So let's say the usual load is 16 units, so that's around 5 to 6 classes. 5 to 6 classes.
6 subjects, parang ganun?
6 subjects, so 6 subjects. So
6 subjects times 1,000 pages.
Yeah, a week.
That's the normal load. So if you do less than that, you're in trouble.
That's a normal load for first year, because first year, it's really designed to kick your ass. It's designed to weed out the people who don't have it in them, the people who don't have the Mamba mentality, don't have that strive for greatness, the people who don't find it worthwhile. So that's an average load a week, 5,000 pages first year. It gets shorter, second year, little shorter, third year, but still per week,
around
everything, you're still at around 3,500 pages a week.
Wow.
A week.
So that's a lot.
That's a lot.
But from during the start, right? So you started first term, first subject. Were you ready right away to this type of workload, or how did you prepare yourself?
No. Because the first day is just intros. Give you the syllabus. Okay, this is our syllabus. We'll discuss until part 1, letter A. So you see the required readings. So you go home, and then you check. I'd also happen to be a kind of environmentalist, so I don't like photocopying cases just to throw them away after the class. So I get all my copies online, e-copies. So you check the e-copies, and then, like I said, first year that was crazy. Open it, you say, okay. At our freshman orientation, they gave us some cases to read, just to like get a feel of it.
Testing.
Yeah, they gave us like a test class, mock class. So the case manageable naman eh, parang 30 pages. Sure, I can read 30 pages per case. Sure. First year, I opened the PDF and it's 500 pages. So you don't know what to do with that. So really, first year, I'm not gonna lie, first year may halo swerte yan. Like 500 pages. How the hell are you gonna finish that? And that's not your only class for the day. May hapon pa, of course, and may after pa. So that's crazy. So you read as much as you can, but parang eventually you learn. The first year, try to cut your losses. Talaga. So just try to get like a gist of everything. There's like 15 cases for today. Read what you can, and when you're running out of time, just get the gist of everything. So just try to scan it, just have a general idea, and hope that you're not called for that case. May halong swerte talaga. So, ganun siya. Then you learn how to read quicker, and then you see where you're weak. So it's a book. So you get your books. They explain the concepts, they explain the theories, the reasons why, the philosophy behind all of that. And then you get the cases. These are illustrations of the law. So what happened here? These are the things that happened. This is how the law was applied. They were allowed their, let's say, their claim for damages. They weren't allowed. So you figure out where you need a little more time. So when I read a law, can I imagine how it works?
Okay.
If I can't, I need to read cases more. Okay. If I read the law and I can automatically imagine, like, there's a guy crossing the street, tapos muntik na siya mabangga ng kotse, and because of that, like, he tripped and he sprained his ankle. So what happens? Who owes what? And there's an insurance pa, diba? So who owes which person what? So if you can imagine that, maybe read some more books. Diba? Ganun siya. So you figure it out as you go along, but it's really overwhelming. Hindi ko makakalimutan yung pagbukas ko 500, like 60 pages. Paano ko ito babasahin? Walang best effort. And that's like what? That was like the 4th case for the day. So I was reading the first 3. Sure, 25 pages. Yeah, I can understand naman. I get the point. And then the 4th one, 500 pages. So I tried reading it halfway through. I quit. Kasi midnight na, ganon. I have to go home in 2-3 hours. So just try to read everything. Just mahala na talaga. Then just try to catch it up. Pag may holiday, pag may class suspension, or like the profs can't make it because they have something, that's when you're like, okay, I saved.
Bawi.
Bawi ka. Like, ako personally, I drive from the south, so I think na parang, okay, I just saved 2 hours of my life travel. So I should use a chunk of that 2 hours to
review.
No, to go back on the ones that I didn't actually read properly. Ganun dapat.
Talagang hindi rewind hanggang makuha.
Kailangan yung mga hindi mo nakuha, hindi mo naintindihan. You eventually have to come back to it. You never know what's important until, of course, the exam comes, or until when you're a lawyer, hopefully, you never know what might happen in the real world. Daming kalokohan nangyayari. Di mo alam. So you never know. So as much as possible, try to read everything. So yeah, may holiday suspension, prof can make it free cut. Try mo bumawi. But you read it. But of course, syempre, I'm not a perfect student. So syempre, di maiwasan. Free cut. Di ba ako nakaalis ng bahay? Maybe I'll catch up on sleep. Maybe I'll go to the gym. Maybe I'll watch a movie with my family. Parang ganyan. Kailangan kasi
life din.
You need your life. But first year yun, sabi yun, life is just stops for you. It stops Hirap.
Hey team, hope you enjoyed the video. And please, don't forget to join our Vibrant Chat community. We'll put the link down below on the comment section. We'll see you there, okay? Always remember, here at the Powerhouse, no one gets left behind.